freedom and human rights defender and minority rights defender and the right to self-determination defender of those captive nations. Welcome and thank you for your participation today.
Thank you very much indeed. Sorry.
Does it work?
Okay.
Thank you for hosting me in Washington, D.C. in this beautiful venue of Bush School. And I am also very grateful to Jamestown Foundation, in particular to Margarita, to Janusz Bugalski, but also to President Peter Mattis. I still remember excellent conversation with him previous year about all aspects of freedom, including post-Russia, but also in the Pacific. I think we share concerns there. That is why Free Nations of Post-Russia Forum focus not only on the region, on those parts that have been conquered by Tsarist Russia, by the Soviet Union, and now they are under huge influence of the Russian Federation, including war of aggression waged by Russia on Ukraine since 2014. Difficult to say anything new after so excellent speakers that preceded me in this presentation, and also introductory speech does not provide for strategic foresight. Hopefully I'll be able to say a few words on later stage, but I'd like to deliver just a few pieces of reflection and quote my friend and authority, the late President Lech Kaczynski. Right are those who fight for freedom. Because righteousness has not been distributed equally in contemporary world. Usually, we used to think that those who are most outspoken, who are strongest, have better say on many of issues. But here we are able to gather those who still within Russian Federation feel like in prison of nations, still in prison of nations. They are contemporary captive nations. And there are also those who are formally independent and formally even think sovereign, like Georgia, but are a matter of our highest concern. I would like to pay tribute to Ukrainians and Ukraine for many things, but for one in particular nowadays. For centuries, surely since Napoleon time, the collective West used surely Europe used to think Russia being invincible because of vast territory, predominantly because of vast territory, resources, and ability to defend, and inability to control by any other. Russia was able to pursue imperial and then neo-imperial policies in all state orders. So Tsarist Russia, the Soviet Union, and now Russian Federation. I would like to recall one moment of my experience during COVID. It was the remote connection by MEPs of the European Parliament with very important leaders of Russian opposition. Believe me, there were world well-known names in this meeting, and very limited space for asking questions, limited only for the senior MEPs or spokesmen of every political group. I was lucky to be a spokesperson of my political group, European Conservatives, at that time. And my question was very simple. It was before the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, whether opposition leaders were willing to communicate to their own society necessity to abandon external aggressive posture. Actually, of all 6 persons asking questions during this remote meeting, I was the only one not answered. Nobody took my question. Later on, I received emails from many of, or some of them, because I used to know them personally, being engaged in my actions, how nice it was to see me and to listen to me, but no answer as well. So I would like to praise Ilya Ponomaryov, whom I know and invited many times to European Parliament also, for his stance. I think for Russians it is extremely important to speak out and to be concise in their views. We live in very difficult time, very turbulent time, and being true to beliefs and true to ideals is also extremely important. I wish you very successful deliberations. I look forward to all debates as usual. First meeting of Free Nations of Post-Russia Forum happened in Warsaw. I was also able to host two other meetings, 2 other forums, one in my beloved city, Gdańsk, my own city, Gdańsk, and second one in Brussels, in the European Parliament as well. I believe, with my whole life experience, that we'll see all of you pursuing your free and independent life, although it may be very difficult on the path to achieve independence and after achieving it, because building a sovereign state is not easy after all these ages of subordination to very cruel regimes. Still, I wish, and I would like to say one last sentence, in very quiet grandmother's tone, because I'm towards the end of my public career, most probably. I would say it very quietly and very clearly. Russia should be defeated. Russia should be defeated, like Hitler's Germany, like any other cruel regime influencing so much our daily life. It may sound strange, it may sound not very professional, but I am absolutely convinced, taking into account my life experience, that it is the only solution